You already know that in your best moment, you're just channeling through something bigger than yourself. You know that it's more about getting out of the way than it is about conjuring something brilliant to say. You already know that your best ideas and solutions arrive sort of unbidden out of nowhere and flood through you and into the world on a really good day. But you're not talking about it. You're not proclaiming yourself a quote unquote channel because you look at the channels that are called channels, and many of them are guru types or super woo woo types or the type of person who's not always making sense in the real world. And you don't want to be relegated to that fantasy, fluffy spirit realm. You want to be a person of impact and power and integrity and responsibility right here in this realm. I hear you and I agree. I'm going to tell you that good channels, like when you are channeling in your best way, you're not just letting gobbledygook come through your spirit and your mouth. You are speaking from experience, from your own grounded, embodied, lived experience of the wisdom that comes through you. You are channeling through you a bigger part of yourself, not just some alien hoo-ha that doesn't make any sense. You are instead choosing to bring through that which is yours, that which is part of your path, that which is a bigger part of you, that which is aligned with the highest good that you're devoted to. So, what makes for a good channel? What makes for a meh channel? What makes for a bad channel? Let's go there, shall we? To me, what makes for a really good channel is that even when that person is so wide open and really flooded with their bigness, like Beyonce when she is on, right? And she's flooding through this divine feminine transmission. Even when a channel, a teacher, a really gifted speaker is speaking big words of power that land in the room with a boom and a mic drop. Even as they're bringing through this power, they're fully embodied. And you can sense that the energy that they're bringing through, the words that they're bringing through, the moves that they're bringing through come from their own strength, their own knowing, as well as from this ethereal, huge, powerful divine source. You can feel both. The present human being who lives what they teach and this inspired bigness that might surprise even the speaker themselves. This is what I call embodied channeling. And I call it that because the meh version for me of channeling, okay, it's channeling, but I'm not sure if I'm really going for it, trusting it, believing it. Why? Why? Usually it's because they're not embodied. It might be some real groovy messages. It might be some wisdom that I believe is coming from some bigger source, but it comes through the person as if the person's just a shell or a puppet and they've got their eyes rolled back or their eyes closed and they're kind of whatever, seem a little bit out of it. I'm like, bummer, because to me, that's not embodied channeling. That's kind of just being the conduit without being the collaborator. And so I don't get the same transmission. When I see somebody who's like really kind of out of it and speaking groovy things, and I can feel the energy of it, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool, but I don't know what to do with that. My body doesn't get the direct transmission of understanding from their body. It's more like, wow, they're really kind of impressive and look really weird. when they're doing this, and it sounds weird and it looks weird. And yeah, I guess there's some wisdom here. And maybe I'm supposed to understand this, but I don't really understand it. And it just seems kind of foreign. That's disembodied channeling. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that it's meh. Okay. What do I consider bad channeling? Well, if the source that the channel is bringing through is up to no good, if I'm opening myself to bring through something mean, violent, cruel, nasty, condescending, judgmental, because it's kind of playing with my ego and not with my devoted, open conduit to God, ugh, I don't want the naughty stuff. I don't want humans to bother or to open themselves to energies that are negative, that are nasty, that are judgmental and condescending, that bring more harm into our world than love. And I recognize that there are some leaders who are welcoming through whatever big energy will get them what they want, what they egoically want. That's some dark magic. And I'm saying that not to be super woo, but just to acknowledge what we all know. If you let darkness, like, and I don't mean like the good, yummy sort of composty, juicy goodness darkness. I mean, nothing on darkness in general when it's the good kind. But when you let through something that is not devoted to the highest good, but rather devoted to causing shenanigans, to causing pain, to causing competition, to causing separation instead of unity, to getting egoic needs met according to greed and lust and stuff that can't be in the driver's seat, when you put that stuff in the driver's seat and open your channel to bring through whatever energy or spirit will get you what you selfishly want, that's some bad channeling. And things to look out with here is that transmission tends to make you feel either really riled up and angry or scared and small. That's the effect. When you're listening to a really good channel bring through inspired wisdom that they've also lived and like that they are a part of, it's inspiring and it leaves you feeling hopeful, grounded, not hopeful that you can be just like them because they're so amazing, but hopeful in knowing that we're all in this together. They should leave you feeling inspired, connected to your own truth. A good embodied channel brings through wisdom that lands with you in a way that your own wisdom validates what they've brought through. And you're like, yeah, you find it validating. You find it a positive mirror. Meh channelings where it's just kind of alien bullshit that's not really embodied by the channel themselves, much less anybody else who's human, will just leave you feeling a little like kind of impressed, but not useful, not like, wow, empowered, not helped in a grounded real world sense. So that's my map for channeling that's good, aka embodied, devoted to the highest good. Channeling that's meh. It's like it's trying to do good, but it's not really embodied. It's just like descending and falling out their mouth. Or channeling that's bad. And that's when you're using those greater powers and you've become a medium for a nasty ass energy that's not here for doing good. It's here for participating in shenanigans. So I hope this helps. And I also hope that this kind of normalizes and normalizes channeling and empowers you to recognize when you are channeling, when you are opening to a bigger, wider source of goodness and bringing it through in your own embodied way. That's good channeling. Please bring us more of that.